I'm Silvia Koffler, the head of the Press and Public Diplomacy section here at the delegation of the European Union to the United States of America. And I'm here today with our ambassador, Mr. João Vale de Almeida, to discuss the topic of human rights and social media. Last week, on the 10th of December, we had the Human Rights International Day. And to mark this occasion, we invited members of the public to submit questions via Facebook, Twitter, and our email on the topic of human rights and social media. So how social media can promote human rights. And we have received a few questions, and we would like now to ask you these questions, Mr. Ambassador. So the first question came via Facebook. How interested is the European Union in engaging with its audience via social media?
We are extremely interested in using social media as another tool, an important tool, to guarantee that we keep in contact, in dialogue with citizens. We have a tradition of doing so. The European Union project is based on, the participation of citizens in decisions. We see social media as an extremely innovative and creative, and the potential is enormous for us to use the social media as a means to engage with the citizens. So we're very much looking forward to further use social media for that purpose.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. So the next question was also submitted through Facebook. Mm-hmm. Social media played an important role in the Arab Spring, it reads. How does the EU support the Arab Spring countries?
I think the Arab Spring is a great illustration of the power of new media and the use that citizens, in difficult circumstances, the use they make of social media to make further progress in their aspirations for democracy, protection of human rights, freedom, individual freedom, collective freedom. So we have been very attentive to these developments, and we were able to support directly non-governmental organizations, groups of citizens that were involved in the democracy aspiration movement in the Arab Spring, and will continue to do so. We believe that as democracy is implemented in these countries, it should be beyond the ballot box. Democracy is not only going to vote every 4 years, it's more than that. It involves participation of citizens, organization of civil society, and we are actively supporting that.
Mm-hmm. I understand, thank you. The next question came via email. What does the EU say about people using social media in repressive regimes like Russia, China, and Iran? More specifically, what does the EU say to those governments and to the people in those countries?
Our position is consistent and is coherent with all governments that may have been accused, wherever there is evidence of any infringement of fundamental rights. We will act, and we will say so. We will not be silent towards any of our partners if we have evidence or suspicion that there is a violation of fundamental rights in whatever area, including internet. And you can count on the European Union to be a voice, the voice of those who are suffering from this kind of situation. I'm not referring to any country in particular, but I think our position is very consistent. With whichever country that we need to do, we will do that.
Thank you. And the final question we are able to take today came through Twitter. Why isn't press freedom and freedom of speech explicitly included in Copenhagen criteria? And for those who don't know, the Copenhagen criteria, those that refer to the enlargement criteria of the European Union.
Well, we're talking about what a country needs to do before it joins the European Union. Yes. And the most important, the crucial element of what a country needs to do in order to be able to join the European Union is that it is a fully democratic country. And full democracy implies that one needs to guarantee freedom of expression, freedom of speech, be it in a public square or through internet. So it may not be explicitly mentioned in the drafting of the so-called Copenhagen criteria, but it is absolutely one criteria that we will use in assessing a country's readiness to join the European Union. You can count on the European Union to be very attentive to the quality of democracy of any country coming into the Union. Quality of democracy also depends on the quality of freedom of speech, and that involves, more than ever today, internet and electronic means.
Mm. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for your time to reply to this selection of questions which we received through social media to mark the International Day of Human Rights, 10th of December.
Let me just add one point, because I believe this is a good experience. The European Union is fully committed to a dialogue using social media, a new electronic means of communication, and our delegation here in Washington will do whatever we can to promote that. You can count also on my personal involvement in these activities. Let me say about the overall values question. Human rights should be protected online as they should be protected and promoted offline. This is our position, and a very consistent one from the European Union. So I would like, as we celebrate the Human Rights Day, to reaffirm again the importance of protecting human rights, freedom of speech, also in social media, also through electronic means. Thank you.